The dinner was about as awkward as you could expect, and midway through, he got another phone call, but didn't step away this time. I wasn't trying to eavesdrop, but he was so loud it was impossible not to. Halfway through his conversation, he turned to me. Am I sleeping with you tonight? What the hell? What is going on? What is he talking about? I just sat there in absolute shock and terror. What did you just ask me? I asked. Are we sleeping together tonight? No, absolutely not, I said. Why do you keep trying to make advances on me after I've told you many times we aren't going to be like that? He had an angry look on his face and whispered something into his phone, then hung up. Our food arrived, and we barely spoke. I asked him why he said that earlier, and he spun the story to how he just wanted to see how I live. I then said to him, very frankly, that I don't like having strangers in my apartment. The bill came in as usual. I paid for myself, he paid for himself. I told him I was going to Uber home, but he said, what's the use? I already know where you live. Let me drop you off. By now I'd already decided that this would be the last time I saw him. I got into his car and reached back to grab my sweater that I left there earlier, but instead I saw a large open duffel bag. From what I could see, there were a crap ton of clothes, toiletries and a pillow. Now I don't personally drive or own a car, but I know my sister always has a bunch of random crap in her car. This specific set of stuff, however, did not seem random. He was dead quiet on the drive back until we got to my apartment. Do you know how selfish you are? I've had no issue driving you around, but you don't want me to sleep with you. At this point I knew I was dealing with someone mentally deranged. I told him I've never had an issue with Ubering, and that if he was so touched, I had no issue paying him what the Ubers would have cost me. I was so fed up and done with his BS. He then received another call. I could hear another woman talking on the other side of the line. I thought it may have been an ex-girlfriend or something, but before I'd even had a chance to process what was happening, he hung up and started yelling at me. I have nowhere to go. Are you happy now? You're just an ugly spoiled brat living off mommy and daddy's money. You're just using me for a ride like I work for you. My whole body went stiff with fear. I didn't know if I was going to cry or throw up. In my head I was just planning my escape from this hellish vehicle. I went to open the doors of the vehicle, but it was locked. Unlock the door, you're scaring me, I said. He just sat there not saying anything. I could feel my heart beating out of my chest at this point. I told him to unlock the doors again, this time being more stern, although I'm sure he could hear the tremble in my voice. He looked over at me with rage in his eyes and unlocked the door. He then screamed at me to get out of his car, and to never speak with him again. I was more than happy to oblige. I immediately jumped out of the car and ran to my apartment. I didn't look back, but I knew he was still there. I blocked Pete and I haven't seen him since. I'm still not sure what his problem was. Later on, I heard from a friend of a friend that Pete was kicked out of his last girlfriend's apartment for abusing her. I figured that was most likely her calling him during dinner to pick his stuff up. I also think I was his next victim. All I know is that he scared the crap out of me and I dodged a massive bullet. I hope I never see him again.